This short program addresses the terminology used with flammable liquids. You see different signs and warning labels on these liquids, but what do they really mean? What's a flash point, auto ignition temperature, LFL, UFL, propagation of flame, and so on? The more you know, the safer you'll be in your work environment and even at home. The first thing we need to know is the definition of a flash point. Basically, flash point means the minimum temperature at which a liquid gives off vapor in sufficient concentration to form an ignitable mixture with air near the surface of the liquid. Let's look at an example. Let's say gasoline has a flash point of minus 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Now this means if the gasoline is cooled below minus 55 degrees, the liquid won't give off vapor in sufficient concentration to form an ignitable mixture with air near the surface of the liquid. Heat it up to minus 55 degrees or higher, then you have reached its flash point and have the potential for ignition. Does flash point mean the liquid will explode at this temperature? All the flash point tells you is that the potential for ignition is there at certain temperatures. If you have an ignition source and the right mixture with air, yes, it can be ignited. Another reason for not igniting the gasoline could be the LFL or UFL. Flammable liquids and gases have a minimum concentration of vapor or gas in air, below which propagation of flame does not occur on contact with an ignition source. Now this is known as the lower flammable limit, or LFL. A gasoline vapor and air mixture with less than approximately 1% of gasoline vapor is too lean. If there's more than approximately 8% of gasoline vapor, the mixture will be too rich. The flammable range is the difference between the lower and upper flammable limits, expressed in terms of percentage of vapor or gas in air by volume. Safety and fire engineers often refer to this as the explosive range. The air and vapor mixture between the LFL and UFL are flammable and can be ignited by an ignition source. Now, which would you consider most dangerous? A 55-gallon drum filled with gasoline, or a 55-gallon drum with only a fourth of the drum filled with gasoline? Both should be treated with respect and properly handled according to instructions. However, the air and vapor mixture in the 1/4 filled drum would be more easily ignitable than the drum completely filled with gasoline. What does auto ignition temperature mean? Well, actually, it's the minimum temperature at which a flammable gas or vapor and air mixture will ignite from its own heat source or a contacted heated surface without necessity of spark or flame. Certain other materials such as sawdust, hay, grain, and other plant products may ignite spontaneously, especially if exposed to external heat. There are quite a number of products that can spontaneously ignite, so it's always a good idea to follow the instructions and recommendations of the chemical manufacturer. At work, all flammable liquids must be properly labeled, stored, handled, and disposed of, and used according to your company's policies and procedures, and of course the chemical manufacturer's directions. Take the time to know what flammable liquids you're working with and what the necessary precautions are. Remember flash points, auto ignition temperatures, and the basic principles of air and vapor mixtures. When a flammable liquid is within the explosive range, you need to take extra precautions and follow the rules. Flammable liquids are used in hundreds of thousands of processes, and they're used safely every day. However, the potential for mishaps is always there. The answer to flammable liquid safety is to follow company safety procedures and work rules, and of course, the information provided by the manufacturer. Each employee holds the key to safety when working with flammable liquids. Knowledge is the first step, but then putting that information to work for you makes the difference in safety. Thank you.